Ever since the deadly wildfires began in Los Angeles 2 weeks ago, residents have largely turned to one app for the most up-to-date information. It's called Watch Duty. And Stephanie Sy spoke to two members of the small team who make it possible.
Smoke filled the sky above Saker Padmanabhan's Los Angeles home on January 8th, winds gusting around him. Just a day earlier, the Palisades fire began its deadly march across the Santa Monica Mountains. As a staff reporter for Watch Duty, Padmanabhan had a job to do.
We noticed it and saw it start, and we saw it kind of take off, and then we assigned more people because it got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Watch Duty provides real-time updates and notifications from official sources during wildfires. The free app has interactive maps allowing users to track evacuation zones, shelter locations, live camera feeds, and fire perimeters, as well as information about containment on specific fires. The core team is small, about 15 paid staff. The operation also relies on some 200 volunteers.
It was really tough. We had people sleeping in shifts. We had people who were up for 24 hours or more. All of our work is designed to give people as much time as we can to give them an informed ability to make decisions.
During the Palisades and Eaton fires, the app was indispensable, not just for residents, including celebrities like Jimmy Kimmel.
I downloaded that Watch Duty app.
But also officials. Watch Duty's map was projected on a wall in Los Angeles' Emergency Operations Center earlier this month. Shortly after the fires exploded, another blaze threatened homes near Hollywood, not far from where Padmanabhan lives.
That had an evacuation order that's basically just down the street. And the helicopters were going above my house, and I could hear with the window, And I was watching it on Watch Duty, and it was a surreal experience because, I report on these things, but then it's my place that, okay, where are my cats? What am I going to do with this? So it was a real interesting perspective, but also peace of mind because I knew that we had a number of people reporting on it and that would get the information that I needed, my sister needed, everybody else needed.
So this is an app you would trust with your own life.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of 2024, Watch Duty had nearly 3 million app users. Since the Los Angeles area fires broke out, that number has almost doubled. Software engineer and entrepreneur John Mills co-founded the app in 2021.
The sad part is we were ready for this, right? We didn't know it was going to be so bad, but I'm glad that we were here and practiced in this. It's been years and years in the making. If you look back in time before Watch Duty existed, when I went through my first fire in 2020, the Walbridge fire, you end up having 15 browser tabs open and you're trying to piece all this together. So the insight was that this needed to be consolidated in one place.
Shouldn't the government have an app that is dependable and trustworthy and one which fire evacuees can readily reference for reliable information on evacuation in active fire areas?
I mean, sure, that'd be great. It'd also be great to have more engines, better pay, more water, more infrastructure, better forest management. So I absolutely think they can do better. Again, it's just not what the government does very well. No one talks about any great government website, and I wish that would change.
We were in Los Angeles County when a massive alert went out to all 10 million residents of Los Angeles County. That ended up being kind of a false alarm for most people. But your app did not send out that evacuation alert, from what I understand. Is that part of human vetting?
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, we don't just let machines or systems blankets send information out blindly. And when that went out, we saw a lot of the systems around us crashing, whether it was the evacuation software, the LA County website, they all went down. And so everybody came to us. We were doing about 3 million users a minute, about 100,000 requests a second. And so our systems were getting pegged and we were able to stay afloat.
The organization currently covers fires in 22 states, but it has plans to expand with coverage of other natural disasters like hurricanes.
We're just trying to take our time to understand those environments, right? We don't have a move fast and break things mentality. We just need to deliver every day consistently and continue to keep the trust of our community.
Watch Duty is a nonprofit funded through donations and memberships for premium tools such as tracking air tankers. But Mills says for users who simply need life-saving information from a single source, the app will always be free. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Stephanie Sy.